Hello and welcome to JPzilla, and this is going to be my analysis of episode 4 of Monarch, and I know that it's been a while since the last episodes came out, and the next one is about to come out in a few days, so I'm a little behind, but it was harder making this episode because there just didn't seem that much to talk about. It was mostly a character-driven episode, but with the release of a new trailer for Monarch Legacy of Monsters, along with a new trailer for the MonsterVerse movie Godzilla X Kong the New Empire, I actually have a little more information to go off of now. So, first of all, let's start off with what I was right about. I was right about the Hollow Earth portal being near the location where we saw the Frostvark. In my last episode, I said that I thought there'd be a Hollow Earth portal in Alaska because the Frostvark looked like it came from the Hollow Earth because it was glowing blue the same way Godzilla does. And what do you know? When they're flying off, they see a Hollow Earth portal. Now, the second thing I was right about, Tim is definitely an old school Monarch agent, like I predicted. I'm not sure if he's part of a faction or not, but he's definitely going against the more data-driven New Age sect. The Frostvark does feed on heat, which is another thing I predicted. And that was most of what was noteworthy about episode 4. It was mostly the human subplot, and I feel that is pretty much self-explanatory. No need to really cover that. But what I am going to cover is the new trailer for Monarch that just dropped. The crew are going into the Hollow Earth, it seems. But wait, that should be impossible. It was said in Godzilla vs. Kong that before the introduction of the Hollow Earth aerial vehicles, the heaves, the gravity wells crushed any vehicle that tried to enter. That is how Dr. Nathan Lynn's brother died. So what is this shot from the trailer? My guess is that they really are going into the Hollow Earth. At least part of it. I don't think they're going as deep as they did in Godzilla vs. Kong to the mainland of Hollow Earth, the area where Kong's running around. I think they are going to the level of the Hollow Earth that they went to in King of the Monsters, that Mark Serizawa and the rest of the crew got sucked into in King of the Monsters, when they were following Mothra's light rays, which led them into a Hollow Earth portal and to the temple. Obviously, they didn't get crushed, or that movie would have ended very prematurely, but that temple area was confirmed to be in the Hollow Earth. After all, they did go down a Hollow Earth tunnel. So it seems obvious to me at this point that there are different sub-levels of the Hollow Earth, and the crew will be going to one of the more easily accessible ones. This actually feeds into my theory of a Hollow Earth inside of the Hollow Earth, which we see in Godzilla vs. Kong, and this is where the purple energy comes from. If you want to know more about that, watch my breakdown of the new trailer for Godzilla X Kong the New Empire, but basically there are rumors of an ancient Father of all Titans type character called Shimu, who feeds on an ancient primordial form of Hollow Earth energy. And what do we see in the trailer? A new form of Hollow Earth energy, a pinkish purple form. And I think that this form of Hollow Earth energy comes from a Hollow Earth inside the Hollow Earth, and we actually see Kong falling down a hole in the trailer, and I believe this is where he finally gets into the Hollow Earth, inside the Hollow Earth. And either there are different sublevels of the Hollow Earth, or the crew in Monarch dies trying to get into the Hollow Earth. And while that could be the case, and it could be a tragic end to the show, it just doesn't seem like that kind of show. Also, I want to say a quick note that the vessel they are riding into the Hollow Earth with is actually very similar to what we see in some of the promotional images from the 50s. We actually see a device like that in the 50s in what looks to be the same island that Randa, Shaw, and Mira watch Godzilla get blown up on. So I think we're actually going to see their first attempts to enter the Hollow Earth, Monarch's first attempt to enter the Hollow Earth, after they see Godzilla survive and enter the Hollow Earth. So I don't think this is going to be their first time trying to get into the Hollow Earth. I think they'll try to get in the 50s, probably fail, and then it'll be up to the current team to try to get into the Hollow Earth themselves for some important reason. Also, we got our first shot of Godzilla in the modern age in Monarch Legacy of Monsters, and he's fighting the dragon from episode 2. This is another theory I had that I believe is coming true. Because, like I stated I believed would happen, the Ion Dragon is much bigger in this shot. he grew like Kong did, which is something I predicted. Which means that my theory of the dragon, which I call Bacchanala based on Filipino legends, being the main villain of the show is not far off, especially if Godzilla himself came to fight him. And it does look like this fight is taking place in the Hollow Earth, like an icy part of the Hollow Earth. There's lights all around, ethereal lights. So I think this is going to take place in the Hollow Earth after the crew gets there. And that's why they can have Godzilla action in the show, but the statement from King of the Monsters that says that Godzilla hasn't been sighted since 2014 is still true, because most people didn't get to see him, only the people who went down to Hollow Earth. Also, we get to see Godzilla's dorsal plates in the new trailer, and he does have his maple leaf structure from 2019, not the jagged dorsal plates from 2014. This actually keeps up with the timeline of when he got his dorsal plates that we see in the comic books, because in Godzilla Aftershock, that is where he loses his old plate when fighting the Muto Prime, and that was in 2014. After the San Francisco incident, and he lost his plates in that fight to Muto Prime, who let out a sonic scream, and after that is when he developed his maple leaf plates, which is what we see in 2015. So yeah, they're keeping the old timeline on the dorsal plates at least. I don't think they're really going to talk about how his dorsal plates changed in the show, but it could still be canon, because obviously the timeline matches up. And they wouldn't have to retcon Godzilla Aftershock like they did Godzilla Awakening. Watch my cover of episode 3 for more info on that. And interestingly enough about Godzilla's dorsal plates is that we actually see a new pair in the trailer for Godzilla X Kong, The New Empire, which means I think Godzilla will be injured again, and that his dorsal plates will be shattered again, or broken some other way, and he'll have to regrow them. Watch my cover of Godzilla X Kong The New Empire for more info on what I think is going to happen with that. Well, that's it for my theories and speculations about Monarch Legacy of Monsters concerning Episode 4, Parallels and Interiors. Let me know your thoughts on my theories in the comments down below, and also of the show in general. Do you like the way it's going, or would you rather them go a different route? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and please like, share, subscribe to JPZilla, and this has been JPZilla.